A new day is upon us. A new generation built to fight. Together, we are unstoppable!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Backlog Banter. I'm your boy Abram, joined by nobody except for this can of Rockstar Energy with Master Chief on it, which I bought because Master Chief was on it. I actually don't drink energy drinks. I don't even like caffeine or anything like that. But the point is, I'm here with this can today because it's time to get serious here at midnight East Coast time, because there are some pretty peculiar Halo Infinite rumors that I wanted to discuss with all of you really quickly. But before I do, if you want to talk to me about Halo Infinite or anything else at all, be sure to join the BLB Discord. As usual, that link is in the top of the description only down there. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notifications bell. We've been popping off recently, just past 600 subs, thank you for that. And if you want to stay as close to the ground floor as possible before BLB ascends all the way up to a fucking Halo ring in the sky, make sure you subscribe sooner rather than later. But now, all that's out of the way, let's talk about the heart of the issue. Is Halo Infinite's multiplayer releasing on Monday? Now let's take a second and just evaluate the statement I just made, right? Halo Infinite, long delayed, finally on the precipice of release, and we thought that release was December 8th. Now, the campaign is almost definitely still coming on December 8th. Here's the deal, as you'll know with Halo Infinite, the game is kind of releasing in two lanes, right? You've got the campaign, which is at cost, $6 also of course included with Game Pass, but that costs money. The multiplayer, free to play, right? So these games have almost been kind of treated a little bit separately, these two different facets of the Infinite experience. And the word on the street right now is that while that campaign is going to stick to its original date, the multiplayer is actually going to launch separately and earlier on November 15th, which is Monday. Now, all kinds of things at play here, right? Here's the deal. The Xbox launched on November 15th. With it, of course, was Halo Combat Evolved. Now, November 15th, 2021, launch of the Xbox and Halo Combat Evolved. November 15th, 2000, you walk a full 20 years later, you know what would be a great way to celebrate? Dropping that Halo Infinite multiplayer early. And because it's separate from the campaign, it seems like it might be possible. Now, some people might think that that just might be some good fan speculation, a nice bit of synergy, but nothing that's actually going to materialize, right? Well, you might be right, you might be wrong. Here's the deal. Xbox has announced a major event for 1 p.m. on Monday to coincide with the 20th anniversary of the brand. Probably a bunch of big announcements, updates and things, and the rumor is, with that is going to be the announcement that, hey, surprise, Halo Infinite, the multiplayer at least, is dropping today. Now, beyond that, there's actually a little bit of concrete data that might suggest this is actually the case. The metadata for Halo Infinite's multiplayer on the storefront says that it's launching on the 15th. Leakers and insiders online have, quote-unquote, independently confirmed that it's also launching, the multiplayer is launching November 15th. So you've got a little bit of data in the back end, a couple people with, I'm not sure the reputations, but considering the leaks and speculation that's been befalling the entire industry this year and how some of it's true, some of it isn't, I don't know how much stock I put in that, but when you compare that amazing brand synergy to this data in the back end of the storefront with these statements from these insiders, well, then maybe this early launch for the multiplayer doesn't seem so far-fetched at all, right? I mean, that's one hell of a way to end your big 20th anniversary of Xbox celebration, right? The announcement that, hey guys, Halo Infinite's multiplayer launching like, what, 2.5 weeks early? I mean, that's a big fucking deal. My Halo Infinite branded can of Rockstar Energy tells me that this is gonna happen. I don't know if I'm buying into the hype too much, but it just seems so possible. You know, we've got the information in the back end, as I said, the insiders, the synergy, it's all there, but then there's other things to consider, as people have pointed out on Twitter, like this being more financial revenue for Microsoft to report within the quarter. There seems to be some incentives there on top of the sort of speculation and hints that this might be happening for Microsoft to actually go ahead and do this. So my money is on it launching this Monday. Now, be crazy if it happened. I'd be super excited to hop into it. Of course, I play Halo for the campaigns, for the lore, for the stories and everything, right? So ultimately I'm excited to try Halo Infinite's multiplayer, and my hope is that I play a lot of this. But of course what I'm really waiting for is the campaign, and I do not think that the campaign will budge. I think that that is probably a lot more complicated. It's not the free-to-play component of the game, right? So you got pre-orders and physical copies wrapped up and all this shit. All of a sudden, taking that and releasing that 2 weeks early is probably impossible. But if you've got sort of amorphous, standalone, multiplayer launcher that you can install that is kind of separate from the campaign, you can probably launch that early. There's probably not a lot of hoops to jump through there. It's probably not a nightmare for your retail partners or the storefronts or anything, because just a little digital multiplayer launcher, pop that on the Xbox storefront, pop it where, I don't know if it's coming to Steam, I know it's going to be on PC, but I don't know which launcher. Pop it wherever, that seems very doable. Let's hope it happens. That's the bottom line. I'm very, very impatient for Halo Infinite's campaign, and ultimately I've been satiating that by playing a lot of Master Chief Collection, but, if I can pass the time between Monday and December 8th by just playing the multiplayer for Halo Infinite, let's fucking do it, Who's gonna say no to that proposition? Like I said, after I laid out all that evidence for you, I think it's not only possible, but kind of probable. But, we're gonna find out very, very soon. Tucker and I will be live reacting to this Xbox showcase, and you'll watch me lose my mind if Halo Infinite just drops out of nowhere, and we'll do something special. Maybe I'll try to stream, or we'll do something cool if this is what ends up happening. But this is tantalizing. It's tantalizing. But let me know in the comments below what you think about this proposition. If you think Halo Infinite is just days away from release, at least the multiplayer component, or if you think it's all just a load of fucking horse shit. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be very, very curious to hear what you think. With all that said, I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully I will see you in Halo Infinite in just a couple days.